one and all, that is an outrage. Look at it, get some gamba across. We are here in the semi-finals of Midweek Muster, a reigning champion, Marine Lord, on the Delhi, going up against B on Order of the Dragon. Is this the first going we've had of like B playing OOTD here in quite a while? I think it might be. Looking at the statistics, because obviously we have this as a weekly and we can pull up statistics. I think Order of the Dragon has struggled a little. Yeah, OOTD 42.9% win rate. Like, not the best of times. Delhi is right next to them at 42.9 as well. So both of these civs kind of having similar issues. I have been seeing quite a few Delhi picks here, but things like the Ottomans, the Mongols, etc. have been finding great success on Gorge. Order of the Dragon is going to be another pro scout oriented civ, so it should be advantageous for B to open towards that. One thing I have noticed that feels a bit weird about playing Delhi's OOTD is the Ghazi. So the whole logic of OOTD is make a transition into a unit type, double impact from your initial unit, big lead. The problem is, like, your opponent can kind of see you go Horseman and mirror Ghazi and not just be completely outclassed, right? Because it's not like two Horsemen versus one type logic. Ghazi are actually like a premium Horseman. So I have seen that detail trip up quite a lot of Order of the Dragon players. Where they can scoop up and recover is Spearman with a good spawn. Gorge is very hard to get that type of spawn, though. And unfortunately, he has got Deer Split on his side and then double Deer one side Marine Lord. What would have been ideal for him is if all the deer had spawned on one side of the map. Outside that, is like any exposure points. Marine Lord has got like 4 berries. That might matter a little bit later in the game. I wonder what B envisions his win condition as. I feel like OOTD, still to this day, even when we're just seeing people say, oh wow, we underestimated this, we've been figuring it out, still remains a civ that kind of feels, I don't want to say fully underexplored, but still seems to have so much to offer or discover. And it's gonna be Arkan. Okay, that's surprising. So if you guys haven't watched B recently on HRE, this guy is obsessed with mine work. Even he on the other dragon says Arkan too good. In fairness, it's a decent spawn. He gets the gold, he clips the berries, and he gets the tree line. It does cost him efficiency of like 1 tile, so he'll have to add in a lumber camp, but overall pretty nice. And with 2 on gold, with this timing, it looks like it's going to be pro scouts. What's it going to take for us to get back to Tower of Victory? Anyone actually miss TOV at this point? Like, it's okay. We're not going to judge you. If there's anyone in chat who genuinely misses Tower of Victory, just say. I think it's, it was a very oppressive meta, is what I'll say. It forced you to be so present in Feudal. Like, it was so overwhelming with the timing on Sacred Sites. I feel like if they changed something about the Sacred Site timer, I wouldn't mind TOV coming back into meta. I don't know if I'd say Dome of Faith is better. I felt like Delhi and the way they play the game is very polarizing to people in general. There's either this all-in Sacred Site win condition, which annoys people, or we reach the OP elephant territory, which I get where people are coming from. I was watching State play earlier today, and he was just completely confused. He's like, what am I meant to do against these elephants? I think Core was there, like, saying, build, like, spears can do it. And I was like, dude, spears are a bait. You have to build crossbows against war elephants. You have to build horsemen against tower elephants. And even then, some of those matchups can be a complete mess. But I think a lot of people just aren't enjoying that factor because, like, whenever you have a unique unit, if that unique unit feels oppressive, you're just looking and saying, I don't want this matchup at all. It's not like when we have a meta where archers are OP. Everyone, bar GG, can build archers. So the concept of like them being a broken unit, you might hate it. Like, we're pro scouts right now. You might hate the meta, but at least people are like, oh, although certain civs do it better, we can all do pro scouts. Not every civ can do elephants. Yeah, I was in the chat at the time. So Core like said horsemen, and then he said spears should work as well. And then State was like losing minds, like, I had spears, they done nothing. So it looks like B is just trying to stop a deer shove-in. I like this. Marine Lord wants a freebie. It's so close. It's actually a nice counterplay to these fast pro scout civs. Is just shove the initial deer in and remove it from the chessboard. but won't be able to do so. So good read by B. Pro Scouts are already in the way. We do have a double spear beginner. Yeah, he's trying to keep him away from Ghazi. Remember what we said? Like, if Delhi get to B Ghazi, they are in control of this matchup. Anytime you can stop a Delhi player going Ghazi, you feel ahead. So we'll force the archer reaction. This is quite interesting from B. Like, switching into men-at-arms. So you stop your opponent going Ghazi, and now NMAA deal with the archers. This is really expensive, but, like, I kind of dig what B is doing. He's trying to be as cost-efficient with his transitions as possible. He's building a building and then getting everything out of said building. The stables doesn't necessarily have to be about horsemen. It can down the line if your opponent goes too hard on archers. For now, it's just going to be about the pro scouts. All right, what was the final gamba? 85% for Marine Lord. See, here's the interesting thing about B. In the finals, he did get completely swept by Marine Lord, but I don't feel like that was like fresh on the day B. It didn't feel like fresh on the day B to me. I have a feeling that this semifinals is going to be a lot closer than grand finals last week. And we do have the Ghazi switch we talked about. Because MA Spear are going to arrive. Marine Lord kind of locked out with the gold spawn in a bad way for once. Forward gold is going to be really frustrating due to the men-at-arms. Problem here for B is because he delayed going to the horseman, this one dude has to do everything. He's Optimus priming this in the second Transformers movie. He may look cool fighting, but inevitably he's going to get the crap kicked out of him. So we'll have to back away. This is going to be a chase down now. Ugh. Scout's going to be lost, but I think Marino's happy with that. Yeah, because he'll still get the Gilded Swimman kill, and then he can kill the men-at-arms. Okay, this is a bit worrisome. B, it's always the awkward issue when you play men-at-arms like this. I praised him for how cool it was he was min-maxing the building, but the problem is if you posture that aggressively, and you can't keep up the pressure, you throw away everything. Horseman is now going to ride, but it's triple Ghazi. And look at what Marino's trying to do. He's just trying to stick on top of him to body block, so it's not efficient on the attacks from B. So we'll be able to run away with 37 HP. Good Horseman is just flooding into ponies now. Marine Lord is going to scout that quite quickly, though. The biggest worry I have, and this is why it's good that B took out the scout, is like Marine Lord's getting close to the base. If he sees it's just flawlessly Horseman and nothing else, he can actually mirror Ghazi and win. There they got every eco tech at 630. Wow, what an amazing sim. How... I mean, I'm flummoxed, guys. Like, how do I do this build order with Delhi? Okay, so let me just check the guide, because I did write down notes last time watching a pro player do this with Delhi. Okay, so, yeah, build Dome of Faith. Queue up Scholars. Okay. Select Lumber Camp, drag face across keyboard. Select Mill, drag face across keyboard. Oh, okay. Select Mining Camp and drag face across keyboard. There's a lot of face dragging in this build. Hey, but, you know, if it's the efficient way... Honestly, Delhi is so obnoxious. Another thing that Marine Lord done here was the extra mills to get the efficient timing on Pro Scouts. I don't know, man. Bees just look stuck. That opening pressure play just didn't do enough. He hasn't got all his deer home yet. Marine Lord's going to get plenty. He's also getting access to the berries. Sacred Sight's getting locked as well. He's at least going to have Horsemen to deny that, but... Remember, this is difficult. You're going to be spreading Finn to try and stop the Scholars. Other obnoxious thing is these things are so tanky. 130 HP just goes really hard. Horseman will at least get away in time. With double Sacred Sight plus Pro Scouts, this could turn into a castle race where Marine Lord wins. Ellie doesn't care about getting denied gold, Ellie? They care a little bit. So the value play on denying gold is that you slow down the Scholar scale. And why that's important, it's the same reason it used to be really important to snipe the initial Scholar with Tower of Victory builds. If you kill that Scholar, you ruin their whole plan. Because they rely on the gold trickle to generate more Scholars. Without it, you're missing a key component on your scalability. Fight's going to pivot east side, but I think Marine Lord's happy with this. He's secured the other two Sacred Sites. He's drawn attention here. He's going castle. B. This is rough. We talked about the Horseman issue. You don't want to be forced to do it. Because here's the thing right now. B's entire comp can get countered by Mass Ghazi. Men-at-Arms suffer from the bonus damage Ghazi get. Horsemen can mirror out against it. And the problem with this comp that B's building, you don't really want to vet up Horsemen here. Men-at-Arms, sure. Marino just being obnoxious to the Scholar as well. Not ideal on the targeted healing, but good enough here. Behind this, he'll try for the decap. I think B should be able to get this. Marine Lord won't rush for this defense. He's kind of light on the Ghazi here right now. Yeah, because he has a group flank rating. Honestly, like, Marine Lord, though, has to be in a very happy position with the way this game's playing now. B has to keep investing every little ounce of food he has into military to compete. Because if he lets the free Sacred Site sit there for 2 minutes, it feels like GG. You're just too far behind. Yeah, and this is like in some ways, the best point in the game for OOTD economy. The reason is actually, like, Order the Dragon don't do farms that well. The big issue you have as Order the Dragon is your villagers gather faster, ergo they have to drop off more frequently. So this is a big part of why Order the Dragons look good right now is the Pro Scouts meta. Pro Scouts meta means that your villagers are standing still, dropping off, gathering again. There's no movement involved. That's huge. Don't lose efficiency. You actually feel like you're 28% faster. But the Pro Scouts isn't going to last much longer. Right? By like 14 minutes, it's going to be out. Then your advantage is gone. Your advantage might already be evaporating here. House of Learning already on the way for M-Lord. He blobbed hard into Horseman. Upsides, your opponent hasn't gone Spears. Downsides, with like 9 Scholars, he could rush the Ghazi upgrade. And also, you can just dodge the fight until it's upgraded. He still has Sacred Sites as well. Scholars should be moving in a position. The classic Marine Lord grab. One of these relics is not feasible. The other 4 seem quite attainable. I think he'll settle for 3, though. Need less farms for all the vills? Sure, so it's more like wood efficient. The movement speed is still a problem. Like, you just spend so much time running back and forth as OOTD. Dive coming in towards the outpost. Marine Lord is giving a lot away here. I think B knows what's up. Tech up complete, clash on the way. Bloomery coming in 40 seconds. He will just keep retreating. You don't really want the fight. You could kind of take it here because your opponent wouldn't be able to breach quickly. But no veterans in the Ghazi. Instead, it's going to be a queue up on the Lancers. Scholars can be pulled to heal if need be. This feels like a dive doomed to failure. Eventually. For now, though, he'll win the initial engagement. It's the Lancer follow-up that scares me. Marine Lord, he's got the efficient production. He's pumping these guys out every 18 seconds. So what looked like initially a really good fight, wiping the Ghazi, is now problematic for B. He needs to find a way of overwhelming the Lancers, one by one. Scholars pull for the heal. B, he knows he needs to push through here. He needs the worker kills. Lancer count is down to 2. He's actually done a really good job of targeting down. No way. There's no freaking way this works. Warlord's coming out now. B. Uh-oh. He has to panic run. No! He was so close. But the Warlord's everywhere. Horseman diving in. This is B just saying to hell with it. Does at least get the Horseman away, but he is donezo. Military count, non-existent. Burgrave on the way, but it's Relics already home. Lancer Flood on the way. Marine Lord, what a sick defense there. It looked like he was done. At first, that engagement looked really good for Marine Lord because B wasn't getting the full power of his melee. But then Marine Lord backed up too much here, let the Horseman line spread out. Then the Lancers come out. B does a great job there as well. Remember, Horsemen have very high base damage as Gilded, so he's able to swarm and overwhelm. The Scholar heal's not good enough. But then, those Warlords, making him skip out on several attacks there, gave the momentum swing to Marine Lord. B will now follow up into Castle Age, but from a very disadvantageous position. That dive did at least kill 6 workers, but it wasn't worth it for the relic losses. Behind this, we still had 2 Sacred Sites locked in at all times for Delhi. This is insane gold gen for Mass Lancers. What a freaking turnaround. And this is someone I never like to see. Gilded Knights, like, yeah, you kind of need a unit that isn't going to die. But at the same time, Gilded Knights, I don't think I'm going to say the word is you can ignore them, but you can just kind of shrug them off very casually with Mass Lancers. And what is up, Lash? Thank you for the raid, mate. Hope you had a good stream. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, one and all. Just in time for the semi-finals. Villagers now. Oh, God, B. Say a prayer. A moment of silence for the villagers that were. He even runs back into the Lancer to try and escape quicker. The problem here is, like, if you're Marine Lord, just use the converted men-at-arms and then run past. It shivs out. B knows he's dead. His own people have turned on him. Oh, an aggressively fast start to the series, but I gotta give B credit. He made this a little uncomfortable for Marine Lord. But props to the Frenchman. Kept his calm, kept his cool. And we'll stick B in the cooler for game number 1. It's just like they're just not able to kill these Lancers. I think he just needed Spears straight away. Maybe Spears would have actually given him a stay of execution, but he's 14 workers down. He just goes straight for the injured Gilded. If I was Marine Lord, maybe I'm just BM for this, I would just all chat typed, I have 5 relics, by the way. You know, good guy Marine Lord's got to let him know, you know? Got to be polite about this. Oh, good news for B fans. Series will definitely be far from over. I checked the draft. He got Jean, he got French, he's got a lot of power still to kick with, but so far, it's Marine Lord off to a dominant start.